with some further movement in the offseason for your room, just how different a group is it when you go from the most experienced and oldest group in the country to still got some old guys in there, but much younger than what it was?
Yeah, totally different. That's one of the biggest things that we try to work on this offseason was really build a chemistry between the guys. Having Jamari Caldwell with us, and then also bringing in DJ Harmon in with the group. That's a totally different dynamic. So they've been great about it. Keon's been doing a really good job being the leader of the group along with Jordan Burke. So every single day we get opportunities to work on our chemistry, and it's been good so far. Not only what they're doing in the building, but also off the field too as well, hanging out, trying to build that connection, that chemistry. That's going to be a big part of our success this year.
How's Harmon going to help you guys? What did you like with him in the portal and for the addition?
Yeah, just the size. He's played in this conference. He's physical. He's got the ability to play the run pretty well in first, second down, and also give us some pass rush value. He's very twitchy, very athletic for his size. Made some big splash plays for us this past scrimmage. So really excited what he brings to the table for us from that standpoint.
What have you learned about him these past couple weeks?
He loves ball. He's got an alpha mentality. He does a really good job of communicating and getting the guys going. He's like an energy bunny for us. And that's who we wanted to go out and recruit, and he's been that guy for us ever since he's been here.
That scrimmage on Saturday, what else stood out besides maybe his play just for your group?
Just the ability to be able to be stout in the run game, and then also transition and affect the quarterback. We got some good edge guys that can rush too as well. We know in this conference that we're going into, we got to be stout in the run game, and we got to earn the right to go rush the passer. And we got to take a lot of pride in that, and I feel like in the scrimmage they did a pretty good job of doing that, and then taking advantage of when they have a chance to go get after the quarterback.
Where's Jordan Birch improved just over the past year?
Yeah, he's improved in a lot of different areas. Number one, just in terms of being more vocal in his leadership. I'm really proud of what he's been able to do this offseason. He's put on some weight. He was 285. He's like 298 now. Just put on some lean muscle and got faster and stronger. And, I expect a really breakout season for him. He's been working really, really hard for it. He has high expectations for himself. And I think he's putting himself in position where he can put it all together and make it happen.
In Phoenix, you talked about ahead of the Fiesta Bowl, the importance of Keon this offseason and then into fall camp, just his experience. How have you kind of seen him kind of bridge the gap of so many newcomers, so many young guys for this group?
He's been great for us. He's been vital to our guys coming together. He's been here for a long time. He takes a lot of pride in terms of what the culture of the defensive line room is, and being able to help it be the bridge for the young guys and be a great example. He does everything the right way. He's on time to everything. He's a great leader and mentor to the young guys. So he's been very, very important to us in terms of our development as a group, because we're young, we're talented. The only thing we need to have on our belt is just more game experience, and that's the best teacher.
Have you seen Jamari improve from the spring?
Oh yeah, tremendously. He's gotten himself in better shape. Jamari's a big, strong, physical man in the middle, and as big as he is, he's very light on his feet, very twitchy, and he also can collapse the pocket really, really well for us. So he's got some third down value, and just really pleased with the guys that we have, man, just with Jamari and DJ Harmon inside to help plug up the run, and also excited to see what Amari Washington can do for us. He's been having a really good camp. Michael Gardner has been having a really good camp in the past game, and those two guys are going to be able to help us out a lot this year, and I'm really excited for them about that.
When a lot of the offseason talk, Tony, was about the physicality of this league, which obviously you've coached them before,
Yep.
But when a lot of the questions have come about the line of scrimmage, how do you want your group to react to that? And when in program history, I don't think the room's ever had this many 300-pounders, which again for here is of note compared to maybe some place in the Big Ten. Maybe that isn't. But how do you want your group to react to that when that's one of the questions? And how do you feel about it when the group is probably bigger than it's ever been in the program history?
Yeah, it's something that is a blueprint that Coach Lanning and Coach Lupoy put together. We all know to be successful, it starts with the front. And you got to build the trenches the right way. You got to have big physical guys, and then also have guys to be able to go get after the quarterback. And this is going into my third time into the conference now. And you got to win in the trenches. You got to be physical, and and you got to be able to overcome the elements. Late in the season, we're going to be going to a place like Ann Arbor, Michigan, where it's going to be colder, and you got to be able to stop the run. It may be snowing, may be raining, who knows what it is, and it's going to end up being a run game mentality, and we got to be able to show up and stop the run. So I feel like we got the body types to be able to be physical in the run game, and we take a lot of pride and we focus on that each and every day.
Any of the true freshmen looking like they're going to be ready to contribute for you?
Yeah, there's some. We got a talented room. I think Tion Gray's been doing a really good job. He's had a good spring, and he's just continuing to climb and show some good things, and getting some more reps with some older guys, and he's able to hold the point. And he's a big body that's stout. And then Aiden Breland's been doing a really good job too as well. He's been able to help us out and been doing a really good job of affecting the quarterback and creating havoc in that aspect. So like how they're coming along too as well.
Just on Amari Washington's development, where has he gotten better in his first full year with you guys?
Just in terms of his fundamental and technique, understanding the defense, he's a very powerful and physical young man. I haven't seen a lot of guys in my career that have that type of power and physicality that he has. It's just a matter of being disciplined in terms of putting it all together. He can run for his size, and a lot of people don't really understand, man. It's really, really hard to play in the trenches in college football. The transition from high school to college is totally different, and it's not like a night and day process where they're just going to show up and be able to play the position, be effective super early. And he's put himself in position now where things are starting to click. He's understanding the block recognition reactions that are coming to him. And I think he's somebody that we're definitely going to lean on, and we're going to need him a lot this year too as well.
Where's Elijah in that process?
Elijah?
Yeah.
Elijah Rushing. Yeah, same way. Elijah is a long body. He's still putting on some weight and getting stronger to be able to hold at the point of attack. But he also got some really good pass rush moves that can help us too as well. So like anything else, I think one thing that's been good for Elijah was he was able to be with us for the bowl game, and all those reps building up to what we're going at right now is all going to help in his development. So
Certainly played a deep rotation last year with older guys starting to pull again with a different group. What is it like to get the buy-in from that, whether it be from transfers who are older or from a younger group, about 40 snaps per game across the D-line? Because everybody wants to play the most. That's a given. And safeties and certain linebackers who play 75, 80 snaps. But to get that from guys who maybe they weren't used to before where they were, or they're young guys and they don't know what they don't know yet, how do you get that buy-in of 40 is the right number and where the right level of returns is?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's about quality over quantity, and getting these guys to buy in, like what's going to give you the best reps you possibly can get to play the type of way that we want, to play with relentless effort. We talk about 6 seconds as fast as we can from point A to point B, and then finishing with a +2 effort. Like to do that at a super high level, you only have so many reps, per series where you can do that. When you can build a group that has some depth, which we're getting ourselves to, you got guys that can go and be the first wave of attack and then bring the second wave of attack, and that's how you can become great in terms of how you can be able to put some production there for you. So we got a group of guys that are bought into that, and they know that there's a lot of us in the room that are all talented that can play, and we just got to give them opportunities to do that. So when you're coming into play and you got a certain amount of reps, you may not start the first rep of the game, but you already know that when your number's called, you're going to go make it count. So that to me is the most important thing. We got a bunch of guys that are bought into that.